Now, let's go to Joao Neves from the set piece, the corner. Now, you see, when you're defending, it is highly likely that you're going to be the second person to react. That is what is going to happen. All right. So, Joao Neves was able to make the run towards the ball. But the leap and the header and to redirect that ball to pass a goalkeeper like Noah, a guy of that size, arguably the tiniest player on the pitch, that is not Jamal Musiala's fault. Okay. So that was not poor defending. That was everything excellent by Joao Neves. Excellent. Let's keep it moving. Now here comes the 2-2, right? Olise. The beauty of this goal is this. And when people are talking about, oh, well, poor defending or whatnot, here is why Bayern Munich was able to get that goal. Go back and take a look at the play. Go back and watch the highlights. Bayern Munich, I talked about the aggression, okay? They pressed PSG so far back. PSG found it very difficult to get the ball out. Even though they were moving the ball, trying to get the ball out, they were not able to. That is because that is how Bayern Munich play. They will put the pressure on you, all right? They'll make the pace smaller for you. And when they turn the ball over, you have a player like Olise. And people are saying, oh, they gave him too much space. They give him... Listen, give credit to the speed, the alertness, the dribbling quality of a player like Olise. Now, if we're saying a player is playing at a Ballon d'Or level, well, that is what they're capable of doing. That is what they're capable of doing. So that was an amazing goal. And then 2-2. That's not poor defending. Let's keep it moving. Here comes the 3-2. Now, this is what I just didn't like. Because for some reason, these refs, when we are enjoying games like that, we are getting all the excess sugar. We are feeling the entertainment. And that is all we want to talk about, the entertainment. Like how I'm feeling right now. You can see I'm super excited. I'm happy. And a ref will all of a sudden put themselves in the picture. They can't help themselves. We have to talk about them. So here comes the controversy. Was that a penalty? I don't think it was. I'm not going to sit here and say, yes, that is a handball on Alphonso Davies. Okay. There was a little amount of time for him to react. So when the ball deflected on his thigh, there was not enough time to get his hand out of the way. And the hand was not really that away from the body. And he was turning a little bit. He was turning. So the hand came out as he was turning. But then the ball hit the thigh first before hitting the leg. It's not a penalty. We have won thousands of games and that's not giving us a penalty. Even with VAR. So that's my only disappointment. But I'm not shocked because the referee, we know where the referee is from, but I'm not going to mention that. Ousmane Dembélé stepped up and converted that. Now, we know Ousmane Dembélé, he is a two-footed player. Excellent two-footed player, right? Now, he uses the right foot to take his penalties, and he buried it. So we went to halftime. Boy, we came back. And again, Vitinha. I love Vitinha, I'm not gonna lie, right? And when I previewed it, I said it, right? Vitinha drops in to be part of the center back in like 3 center back formation, right? When that happens, Achraf Hakimi is gonna go forward. That is what happened. And with a guy like him, I said he has 8 eyes, so his vision is extraordinary. One pass picked him up was enough to break Bayern's press. So that's not poor defending. Remember, we're talking about poor defending because there are some people that are trying to discredit this game with regards to, oh, well, 9 goals. It's like a basketball game. Both teams didn't defend well. No! This is an excellent game. Was a show. And we love it. Hakimi down the line, make the pass. You know what's beautiful about this? The defenders were trying to stop. It was, I think, Ousmane Dembélé, Desire Doué. They both dumped it over the ball and left it for Kvaratskhelia. Sweet strike. Boom. 4-2. We keep it moving. And then the fifth came again from transition. Now, this is where I was a little bit baffled, right? Because I said PSG likes to control, they like to dominate, and they like to do that through what? Possession. You contrast that to Bayern Munich, they like to do that through what? Aggression, and meaning they are in a better place to kind of, walk in that tight areas and press you. But here's what happened. This one was a transition again. Dembele. Now do it to Dembele. Again, one pass from the same midfield. One pass, Desire Doué to Ousmane Dembele, who and now the shot itself kisses the post before it went in. Okay? Now, again, it's not poor defending. What? It's not poor defending. That is just brilliant. And it was a counterattack. Like, counterattack are always difficult to stop. All right, so we're not going to pull that on poor defending at all. And then came Bayern Munich. 5-2, you would think, oh man, well, this is it. It's done, it's over, and whatnot. And I said it. I posted on my Facebook. I said, hey, my apologies for the Chelsea fans because, Bayern Munich, so PSG was just, I didn't know PSG was that strong. I didn't know they were that strong. And I said, hey, Real Madrid fan, it's okay. We didn't even go to the semi-finals, and that was a business decision not to get there because we would have been embarrassed. I'm not going to lie. What I saw today, it is good we were not even there because we don't have the team. We don't play like that. All due respect, I love my club, but I have to be very sincere here. But anyways, Joshua Kimmich, what a set piece. So when we go back and talk about poor defending, it's not poor defending. It is the weight of the course. The way Kimmich just a cushion pass, right? The floater, Upamecano. Take a look at the header. It wasn't with force. No, that's the type of header you just have to cushion it. Slide it so and you're done with it. And you're going to find the back of the net. That's beautiful. It's not poor defending. That's a set piece. And I always say this, the attacking team is running towards the ball. So they're always going to have the advantage. So I'm not going to blame that on the PSG defense at all. And now, the fourth goal for Bayern Munich, Luis Díaz. How beautiful this was. We're talking about poor defending. Mind you, Kvaratskhelia was dispossessed. Okay, Kvaratskhelia had the ball. He was actually attacking. I think it was Stanisic, Upamecano. They dispossessed him, played the ball into the midfield, and I think there was a pass to Harry Kane. But go back and take a look at that pass from Harry Kane to beat the PSG defense. That's not poor defending. That is the quality of a pass from Harry Kane, who is not a typical center forward. He is not your orthodox center forward that's just going to sit there for tapping. He's going to drop deep, like I said. He's going to drop deep. He's going to drag people out of position. And once he did, he got the pass, and then he made a pass for Luis Díaz. And remember I said, when he dragged those center backs, right? That space behind it is for Luis Díaz or Olise to occupy. That time, it was Luis Díaz. And he had the composure, the skill to finish. 5-4. I want people to tell me where in this game we saw terrible defending. That is what I want people to tell me. Because I did not see that. I saw both teams played an entertaining football. They didn't want to be passive. They had no interest to pack the bus. They wanted to give fans what they want to see. That is what I saw. That is what I experienced. So even as a Real Madrid fan, and I always say this, before being a Real Madrid fan, I'm a football fan. Yes. So what I saw today was just so much. I'm telling you. And listen, I didn't even have to say do not miss the second leg. Because in my preview I said, this is the final before the final. So we have two Champions League finals this 2025-26 season.